Hello Virgo, welcome to JilleTarot. This is your love reading for mid-December 2020. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And it's not going to resonate with everyone, so let your intuition guide you to what feels meaningful for you. You could also check out the other signs that make up your chart. Whoa. Sometimes those readings contain additional messages, and thank you all so much for your awesome support. If this resonates, please feel free to like and subscribe. All right, so let's see what the main message is for you, Virgo, regarding love for mid-December 2020. And we're getting the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. All right, so you're focusing on love. It feels to me like you focused on other things, but it's time to shift your focus back to love now, Virgo. So let's get the details. And we're getting the Ten of Wands, the Hanged Man, Temperance, and Strength. So the only thing that is real is love, Virgo. It's time to shift your focus back to love. You've been carrying some sort of burden here, a burden that isn't regarding a love situation. So as you've been working through whatever this burden energy is with this Ten of Wands, that is ending and this new perspective comes in. This changing of your perspective is where you're starting to shift your focus back to love. You've had the strength, I'm sorry. You're just going to allow things to unfold naturally. It feels to me like you've successfully worked through whatever this burden is, and you're ready to shift your focus back to love. You've had some sort of burden that you've had to work out. Now, this is in regards, this can be in a relationship, but it feels to me like this is outside of love. This Ten of Wands, this burden is just regarding something about life, something about everyday life that you've needed to focus on. But it feels like this burden is ending. It's now time you can actually shift your perspective back to love. And like I said, with Temperance, you're just going to allow, you've allowed things to unfold naturally. You're ready to go with the flow because there is an ending to this burden. So things are flowing very nicely. Then we have the Strength card. This is about overcoming, you've used your strength, your courage to overcome obstacles that this burden was, that this heavy burden that you've been carrying. It's all because of your strength and your courage that you've been able to work this through. We do have, three major arcana cards here with the Hangman, Temperance, and Strength. But it feels like as you've worked through this process, Temperance has allowed you to realize that the only thing that is real is love. The only thing that matters is love. And we do have, like I said, there is this burden energy, there is a new perspective that's coming in. That is the only thing that is real is love. You're shifting your focus back to love after a time of focusing maybe on more tangible things, needing to take care of things in the physical world. And you're ready to just, you're ready to alchemize, you're ready to go with the flow. It feels to me like the ending of this burden, knowing that you've worked your way through this burden, has allowed you to be very, you're just very much in your strength, very powerful going forward because you have successfully worked through this burden energy. So let's get a card for this row. And we're getting engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And whether that's just shifting your focus back to love, you're actually committing to shifting your focus back to love, or that's about now that you can focus back on love, this new perspective of, okay, I'm ready to focus on this love. It's actually deepening and strengthening the commitment. Things are flowing. There's a lot of very nice flowing energy between you and another person. So for some of you, this could be about engagement, but for most of you, it's just about your love life ascending to a higher level of commitment. So if at the current time you don't have any love connection in your life, it's about committing to taking that step to bring love into your life. For those of you that are in a committed relationship, it's a strengthening of the bond with this strength energy. For those of you that are just starting to date somebody, it feels to me like there is a commitment. This is a committed, can turn into a committed relationship. So however that resonates. And we have Sagittarius energy and we have Leo energy. So you could be connecting with those signs. But let's get some more cards here. And we're getting the Ace of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Devil, oops, and the High Priestess. Wow. So we do have a passionate new beginning here. This is, you know, taking action towards a passionate new beginning with the Ace of Wands. We have the Six of Wands. For me, the Six of Wands is about dating, flirting, attraction, some sort of energy. This new attention is coming in. You're going to be noticed. Somebody is going to notice you if you're not in connection. For others of you, this is about victory and success. We have the Ten of Wands and actually the Six of Wands. You've successfully completed and ended this burden so that there can be this new beginning coming in, and you know, you're feeling very successful, very victorious over whatever challenge this Ten of Wands was. And but for others of you, this is a passionate new beginning. Somebody is going to start pay you some attention. Now, we do have the Devil energy. This can be about where you felt powerless, but it's time to take your power back. This feels to me with this Devil energy, you know, it's about, you could be where you felt powerless. You actually have the key. It feels to me like, you know, now that you can get yourself out of any situation, you know, where you felt powerless. About this cage is not locked. You can unlock yourself, free yourself from feeling powerless. And it feels to me like that's what you've learned going forward with the 10, you know, an ending of the burden. That's this realization that the only thing that is real is love. And this is you actually freeing yourself from this cage and shifting your focus back to love. For others of you, there is this passion in the beginning. We do have, you know, this can be Capricorn energy. So it could be a Capricorn that's actually that's going to come in, that's going to actually pay you some attention. But this can also be a card about a very strong magnetic sexual attraction here with the Devil energy. So however that resonates. And then we have the High Priestess. Your intuition is going to guide you. This is a higher knowing now that the only real thing is love. And that you need to actually shift your focus back to love and stay in this loving energy. You know, there is a new beginning. Your intuition can guide you through this committed focus on love. You know, however this is going to unfold for you, allow your intuition to guide you. So let's get a card for this row. And we're getting finances and career. This card keeps coming out in this position for a ton of readings. So for some of you, there is an issue with finances and career, but it feels to me like in this reading, this finances and career, the financial issues that are a factor in your love life right now, come back to this Ten of Wands, this burden that you've been carrying around. But it is an ending of the burden. So just know that if you're still kind of working through this burden energy, something that, like I said, it's other than love. It's a situation that you've needed to handle. It's been a pretty heavy burden. But however that is, it feels to me like you're actually working through this finances and career. You know, if you're still working through this burden energy, just know that you have the strength and you can actually work through this issue. You can free yourself from the burden here for a passionate new beginning, and then start to focus on love here with the Six of Wands and allow this new loving energy to come in. You shift your focus back to love. But it feels to me like this, if you haven't quite completed this burden, if you still have some issues with finances and career, just know that your intuition can help you with that. Your intuition can guide you how to get out of where you felt maybe trapped, powerless, a little bit stuck in your finances and career. And your intuition is going to help you along with that. You can still kind of, with this new perspective, as you're ending this burden, there's still a little bit of this burden, but just know that you have strength, you have your intuition, you have Sagittarius energy, and this new perspective that can actually continue. You can still continue to focus on love and actually work out the rest of this burden of whatever the finances and career are. So however that resonates with you, there is the possibility, like I said, for some of you, this is, you know, you can begin, the burden is ending and your new perspective is shifting your focus to love. For others of you, there's a little bit of this burden energy coming through. As you're connecting to another person, as this new attention, this new passionate beginning comes in, as your love life is ascending to a higher level, but because there is an easing of the burden, you can actually start to shift your focus a little bit more back to love. So it feels to me like this is about baby steps. You're taking the steps. Things are going to unfold as they unfold. So allow things to unfold. Don't, as you're shifting your focus back to love, don't forget about finances and career. Don't forget about finalizing whatever action, whatever steps it is that you need to take regarding your finances and career. You can do both, but it feels to me like with this, it's just about getting this feeling of, for some of you, instead of going with the flow, this new perspective, when you're shifting your focus back to love, you kind of tend to drop whatever this finances and career issue that you need to work on is. So, just remember to balance it out. You need to complete whatever this 10 of Wands is. You need to actually bring an end to whatever the finance and career issues are. But you can still focus on love at the same time. So just remember not to drop the hard work that you've done, because there is new loving energy coming in. And like I said, we do have, we have Sagittarius energy, we have Leo energy, we have Capricorn energy. It's feeling more to me like these are energies that you can tap into. But this new passionate beginning and the Six of Wands energy, this new attention, does feel to me like for some of you, it's coming from a Capricorn. They are starting to pay you attention. They're starting to flirt. And you're going to start to focus your attention back to love. And it's Capricorn energy, and so it feels pretty grounded and committed. There's a grounded and committed offer here. With this, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment card. So let's see what the best advice is for you, Virgo. And we're getting keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So just remember to keep an open mind. Allow your intuition to guide you as these energies are, as you're shifting your focus back to love. Remember that who you actually start to connect with may not be your usual type, but you'll see who this person is, because your love life is going to ascend to a higher level of commitment. Allow your intuition to guide you. Your intuition is going to give you little signals that this is the person. So like I said, for some of you, there's Sagittarius, there's Leo and Capricorn. And so you could actually be looking at people, looking at those signs and actually needing to keep an open mind. Just knowing that it's not going to be your usual type, your usual expectation when it comes to commitment. But there is, like I said, it's going to feel very, it's going to be a higher level of connection. It's going to be a very committed offer coming in. And as you start to focus on love, you get this new perspective on what your usual type is. And so you're going to be keeping an open mind, or you need to keep an open mind when this new passionate beginning comes in, when this new attention comes in. Just make sure you got an open mind. And remember, as for some of you, as you start to focus back on love, and maybe away from finances and career, just remember that, make sure that there is an ending to the burden for this finances and career. Don't just drop whatever hard work you've done that was a burden when it comes to your finances and career. Actually bring those to completion here. You can focus on, shift your focus back to love, but still work on whatever finance and career issues are. And we have, the main message is the only thing that is real is love, Virgo. And it's time to shift your focus back to love. And, the best advice is to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, but there is a new passionate beginning. Shifting your focus back to love is actually going to allow this new passionate beginning. And there is a lot of attention coming your way. So it feels like a lot of flirting, a lot of dating, a lot of attraction here. So I hope this was helpful. Just remember, Virgo, it's time to start shifting your focus back to love after a time of something that's been a heavy burden. It's time to get back to love. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a great rest of the month. And until next time, I'm wishing you lots of love and many blessings.